All right, friends, welcome back. We've got 4 picks on the menu today, and the vibe is simple. We are not trying to reinvent football. We are trying to be clever without acting like galaxy brain professors in a betting lab. We want solid angles, a little chaos, a little common sense, and hopefully know how did that not go in therapy session by full time. So let's get into it. Pick 1, Wolves versus Liverpool. Liverpool win or draw and over 1.5 goals. This one has proper cup chaos energy. Wolves and Liverpool in this tie already had that spicy FA Cup soap opera feel, with the first meeting ending 2-2, and Wolves furious over the disallowed late goal that had everyone arguing with cameras, angles, geometry, and probably the moon. Liverpool were also dealing with Virgil van Dijk being ruled out for over a month, and they were in one of those weird phases where they still looked dangerous, but also looked like they could accidentally set the kitchen on fire while making toast. Still, even through the mess, Liverpool had enough quality to grind through, and they did exactly that in the replay with Harvey Elliott's banger. So for the audio vibe, I'd play this as a tense, scrappy cup night where Liverpool's floor still feels high enough to avoid losing, and the emotional temperature says we should get at least a couple of goal moments. Basically, drama, grudges, and at least some scoreboard activity. Pick 2, Napoli versus Torino. Napoli win or draw, and Napoli over 0.5 team goals. Napoli at home right now feel like that person who says I'm fine while holding together 3 different problems with duct tape and espresso. Antonio Conte is still short in central midfield, with Billy Gilmour returning to start while Scott McTominay and Stanislav Lobotka remain out, and Andre Frank Zambo Anguissa plus Kevin De Bruyne are only nearing a return and could be limited to the bench. That sounds messy, and it is a bit messy, but it also creates a very Conte kind of vibe, ugly if necessary, stubborn always, and deeply committed to finding one goal even if it has to arrive wearing work boots. That's why I like the safer Napoli angle here. I don't need fireworks. I just need Napoli to do the very Italian thing of looking stressed, gesturing a lot, and still ending up with a goal and a result. Torino can make games sticky, but Napoli at the Maradona usually carry enough weight to nick at least one. Pick 3, PSG versus Monaco. PSG win or draw and over 1.5 goals. This one screams glamour, danger, and at least one moment where somebody on the pitch does something completely disrespectful to the laws of defending. Luis Enrique literally said the best part of the season is about to begin, which is manager speak for trophies are in the air, everyone lock in, and let's start cooking. PSG do have a couple of medical notes hanging around, with João Neves still in treatment and Fabian Ruiz on an adapted program, but the overall mood coming out of Paris is confidence, not panic. Monaco are never the kind of opponent you fully relax against, which is exactly why I like the combo instead of getting greedy. PSG not to lose feels like the grown-up play, and over 1.5 fits the matchup, because this has all the ingredients for a lively one. Talent everywhere, transitions, fancy touches, and at least one defender having a long evening. This is not a park the bus and read poetry fixture. This is a someone's ankle is getting sent to another postcode fixture. Pick 4, Bayern Munich versus Borussia Monchengladbach. Over 1.5 goals, under 5.5 goals. Ah yes, Bayern versus Gladbach, one of football's great why are you like this matchups. Historically, Gladbach have caused Bayern more Bundesliga defeats than any other side, and Bayern's win rate against them is their lowest against any current Bundesliga team. So even when Bayern look like the bigger, shinier machine, Gladbach always walk into this fixture like the 1X who still knows the Wi-Fi password. Now the team news adds even more texture. Bayern are missing Alphonso Davies and Hiroki Ito, and Harry Kane is listed out with a knock in the current probable teams. Gladbach are also missing important pieces, including Robin Hack and Tim Kleindienst, which is why I prefer the totals angle over trying to get cute with a result. Over 1.5 feels very live because Bayern at home usually manufacture danger, while under 5.5 respects the fact that this matchup has enough tension and enough absences to stop me from expecting a 7-goal carnival. In other words, goals, yes, absolute nonsense, probably not. Outro. So that's the card. Liverpool win or draw with over 1.5, Napoli win or draw with Napoli to score, PSG winner draw with over 1.5, and Bayern versus Gladbach over 1.5 but under 5.5. Nothing too heroic, nothing too Hollywood, just a set of picks that make sense with the mood of the games. If they land, we look smart. If one of them ruins the party in the 88th minute, we stare at the wall in respectful silence and pretend we're learning life lessons. Good luck, enjoy the games, and may the football gods be in a generous mood for once.